For the next few minutes, I'm going to need you to accept that maybe we live in the Matrix, because today I'm going to talk about your brain on FPV. Hey everybody, I'm Bacon Ninja, and yes, this is an edit. This video is an edit. There is flying at the end of this video. Don't skip ahead to that part though, because I want to talk about something first. I want to talk about FPV, and specifically your brain on FPV. Why do we fly FPV drones? What is it about them that attracts us to doing it so much? Why would anybody love these stupid little toy things? Why? Why is that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. And most of it's because maybe we live in the Matrix. Although, no, not really. I'm not Neo, and I can't see things in ones and zeros. Although that would be freaking awesome, and I wish I could, because I would love to see that like raining green and black ones and zeros view of the world. I could live in that. I swear to you, I could. But unfortunately, I can't do that. And if you can, well, hell yeah, good for you. That's just not me. But what I mean is, our brains are like, kind of like the Matrix. Everything we experience is a chemical or electro-stimulus. That's basically it. All of your reality, the things you touch and smell and hear and see, are either electrical impulses generated by chemicals in your brain or chemicals themselves generating electrical impulses. It's basically all just little things going on in your brain all the time, and nothing is technically real unless you break it down to the fact that it's all chemical and electrostimulant based. Well, with FPV drones, there are really two primary chemicals that come to mind whenever we are flying them. One is adrenaline, because we zoom these little suckers around so fast in places that are hard to fly in, usually, and we push ourselves to some limits, and the adrenaline does happen. And I actually recently got a smartwatch, and I can back this up. My heart rate goes through the roof when I'm doing all my flippities and floppities. I promise it does happen. But the other chemical that we experience is dopamine, which dopamine is the happiness chemical, if you want to put it that way. And yeah, we experience that because we are doing something human beings are not made to do. We are flying in the air. So we experience happiness from doing things that we aren't supposed to be doing as human beings, that just amazes us at some level. And we experience adrenaline because we're just pushing it to the limit. And then more dopamine whenever we don't crash the thing because of all the adrenaline that we're pumping through our greasy little veins. So FPV really boils down to the experience of mixing dopamine and adrenaline, which is basically just like every other really crazy sport people do. It's the dopamine and adrenaline experience. You want to skydive? Well, there is dopamine and adrenaline all at the same time. You're happy you lived and you're excited you to do it, but you did it. That's it. That's all it is. But you know what else is dopamine and adrenaline? And what I think we should really consider FPV to be? Love. Love is dopamine and adrenaline. Does that sound right to you? Are you scared sometimes when you're in love? Hell yes, you're scared sometimes when you're in love, especially at first. And there's a ton of dopamine because you're getting excited and spending time with someone that you care about, and that makes you happy, and that's a dopamine release. Someone you're attracted to and like to spend time with. It's a dopamine release. And adrenaline all at the same time. So, I'm just going to put this out there. Maybe FPV is love. Maybe these little things right here are actually the experience of love. And that's why we care so much about them. And that is wonderful. So I'm just here to tell you before this edit, go spread the FPV love. Spread that dopamine and adrenaline. It is February. Valentine's Day is coming up. Spread yourself some greasy old FPV love out there in the world. And I'm not going to hold it up anymore. The edit's coming, but first I want to dedicate it. I want to dedicate this little dose of greasy FPV love, my dopamine and adrenaline when shooting this, to all of my patrons out there. You guys are wonderful and have supported me immensely. But not only do I want to dedicate it to you, I want to dedicate it to the people who show me the most love in this life. My wife, my wonderful, wonderful wife, and my two children, Bacon Bit and Pejo. All the love. This edit's for them and all of you out there watching, because there's a good chance you love FPV too. Now, let me spread my FPV love on you.
Calm before the storm tonight. Freestyle.